guys, welcome to Nerd Bites, and this is going to be my spoiler review for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Yes, of course there will be spoilers in it, not loads, but I may spoil a couple of things when I get into it, so make sure you played the game first. So, the latest title for Assassin's Creed is Assassin's Creed Syndicate, set in Victorian London during the Industrial Revolution, and it was something I was really looking forward to. Me and a lot of my friends were really looking forward to playing this game, and you take control of Jacob and Evie Fry, two twins, and it's really cool playing as two characters for a change. You can switch between them as you please. They both feel different as well. They've got their own abilities, they've got their own great things. She's better at stealth, he's better at just going in and attacking straight away. You know, he's got more kind of better hands-on type stuff. The story overall was pretty good, apart from maybe the ending, going against Crawford Starrick, which is your main Templar guy for this, which is an awesome bad guy, he's a really cool villain. But the final battle was a bit kind of out of place to the rest of the game. It was still awesome, it's still a bit tricky here and there, it's pretty cool, but it just didn't feel like it fit in the rest of the storyline really. But apart from that, the story worked really well, the characters worked really well. You got to meet really awesome characters of history like Queen Victoria, Charles Dickens, Charles Darwin, Andrew Graham Bell. There were so many cool characters and they all worked well into the storylines, the side missions and all this kind of stuff. And again, they kind of proved that this formula they've got for these games just work really well, and they have improved on this since Unity. A lot of the glitches and bugs have been fixed, although there is still a couple here and there, but nothing major. The graphics are absolutely phenomenal. They look so good, especially like with London obviously being a town that's like a city where I can actually go to, and I've been to as well, me being in the UK. It was really cool to see that all brought to life in the Victorian era. It was awesome seeing Big Ben and all these bridges, busy like boats, there's trains, everything, just so like hustle and bustle. All the little holes, the alleyways, 10 Downing Street, you get to see all of this kind of stuff just brought to life back in the day, and it was just really cool to see. One great thing they do about this again is the focus is more or less on where you are. It's like Victorian London is the focus and those characters are the focus. All this kind of stuff where you come out of the anima stuff, they're kind of slowly but surely doing away with that more like they did in Unity, which is good. Every now and then you'll have a bit pop up where you see cutscenes really of something happening. You don't have to do anything, it's a little cutscene that's no more than 5 minutes long, and then you're back into the action again, and I prefer that. It still gives you the narrative of the story and the overarching big convoluted story that you've got in Assassin's Creed, but you don't have to do anything excessive. You're focusing on the time area that you're in, and I just prefer that because that's all we want to do. We always want to get that out of the way so we can get back on with the main point of the story. Again, we get loads of awesome weapons as well. We get to use like knuckle dusters this time, and little like knives and stuff, big like canes as well, which is really cool. It fits into the era really well. The one thing that is new to the inventory basically is your grapple gun. It's kind of similar to what you do with like with Batman and Arkham games, but it's not as fluent. Obviously it wouldn't be because it's not a Batman gadget. But it's quite cool. It's like it gets you to places a lot quicker. I found myself using fast travel a lot less because I had this just to go across the roofs. It was really quite cool because like this time now they kind of got the grapple gun. The one thing they did with the bad guys when you're going against them in like a bow arrow, or you're trying to give a hit or something like that, or assassination, they can come up on the roof quite quickly. They don't have to climb up. They go through and they pop out of a hatch, which brings a new dynamic to it. You can't just escape to the top of a roof and hide. They'll pop up and they'll attack you quite quickly. So it added a new dynamic. It made sure that the grapple gun was just not an easy way of getting away. There were pros and cons to it, and I think it just worked really well as a new implement. As far as the story goes, it's your classic assassinations kind of stuff, being an assassin going into the Templars. Evie's kind of focused on that. She's focused on getting the Piece of Eden, which obviously you see later at the very end with Crawford Starrick, which is the whole point, the last point of the mission. She's focused on getting the Piece of Eden, assassins, that kind of stuff. And Jacob is, I really love Jacob as a character. I thought he was an awesome character, and he was more focused on liberating London, destroying all the gangs and having his gang, the Rooks, take up. You know what I mean? And just the way they were going about everything was completely different, but the final goal was the same. It was really cool. Their character interaction was really well done as well. You could really tell that these guys were definitely related to each other. They were definitely brother and sister. They'd been through a lot together. He's kind of got that kind of brash, sarky attitude, and she's a little bit more prim and proper and kind of everything, but she's still got a fucking awesome attitude to her, and I think they were really good characters. All the other characters we had as well, Mr. Green as well, with kind of a bit of a love interest going on with Evie. He was an assassin. That was a good character. And also, there's one thing I almost forgot as well. Your base of operations is a fucking train. It's a train, which is so awesome, because in Unity, you get a base of operations, which I think is like a hotel type thing. Then obviously we base our operations in Black Flag will be your ship, which is awesome. But in this you actually get a train with like 4 carriages, and it's so cool having that. I think having the trains and the boats and all that kind of the really busy life, because obviously back in the day, you know, United Kingdom, England, a quarter of the globe, and they were like the busiest country in the world. The Thames was absolutely packed with ships, and they really pushed that into this world, and it was awesome. Yeah, and also finally the customization as well was pretty awesome. It's the same as Unity. There's so many different colours and types of outfits you can wear. So many different weapons, types of weapons, upgrades. You can even upgrade all your gang as well, which again, there's no amount to it, and it's such an awesome amount of stuff that you can put towards these characters. So overall, I think Assassin's Creed Syndicate was really, really good. The ending was a little bit but overall I think it was a real good return to form. I think, you know, it definitely repaired the damage from like Rogue, and Unity was good but not great. This was a lot better, and I think it's probably my second favourite Assassin's Creed game now, underneath Black Flag, just because the characters were awesome, the setting was awesome. Everything about it is pretty damn awesome, to be honest. It was more or less flawless, bar a couple of bits. So I'm definitely going to give it 4 stars. One final thing as well, I am busy playing LEGO Jurassic World at the moment. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to be reviewing that once I've finished it. I've also literally just started The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and so far I'm really enjoying that, but I've not been playing long. So once that's done, I will be reviewing that as well, so make sure you look out for those. Also look out for the second podcast of me and my friend Josh that should be coming within the next week or so. We'll talk about loads of different things, so make sure you keep a lookout for that. So that's what I thought of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments or send me an email. You can also find me in the various social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and moviepilot.com. Just type in Nerdbytes anywhere and I'm sure you'll find me. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share my videos. And of course, keep it nerdy.